Hi everybody, how are you? Welcome to Cooking with Debbie and Friends, episode 13. For those of you that hung in with us for 13 episodes, this is our lucky episode. Welcome. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get your drink, whether it's an iced tea or a lemonade or a glass of wine, whatever you need, right?
This Cooking with Debbie is a half-hour cook and chat show. We do it every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. We're gonna get together and make some easy meals and serve it up with a side of common sense and some laughs.
Right. And so, and some laughs. So join us to chat and share your questions in the comment area. And today's show is all about dealing with your emotions in this time of COVID. And we brought in somebody smarter than the two of us put together to help us with this topic. We brought in Denise Cazares.
Let's bring her
Denise
in.
Cazares, LMFT, licensed marriage, family, and therapist, and author of the book, The Pursuit of Happiness, Overcome Depression, Master Emotional Intelligence, Advocate for Yourself, and Know Your Worth. It's a wonderful workbook. It's an adult workbook that she completed last year and launched last summer, but I think it's going to have a whole new resurgence with what's going on.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, Denise, you're here, and you can just look right at that camera right in front of you.
Hi, guys.
Isn't she cute, you guys? So, Denise has been working on this book for a while, and I just want to take a moment to just show this book. This is a workbook. And if you just look down in the comments of this video right now, you can actually see a link to get to it on Amazon. It's just $9.99. Denise, tell us a little bit about this book.
So the book is actually about anxiety and depression, and it's a workbook for adults, and it covers a lot of different topics. It's easy reading. Some of the topics include anger management, how to not personalize things, social skills, emotional intelligence. So it has a lot of different topics that are important pre-pandemic as well as after or during pandemic, I should say.
And I have the workbook, and you don't have to sit down and do it all in one sitting. It's easy to go through and do just a little bit at a time. For those who are going to be using your workbook, what's the best way to do it? If you're, let's say you're working outside of the house, or you have littles at home, in other words, you're busy.
Right.
So how would you incorporate the workbook with self-care?
So people are so busy right now, and that's why it was really important for me to do easy reading. So each chapter is about 5 pages, some a little more, some a little less. But you can actually break it down. So you can do 1 chapter a day, and to me, I think that's good. You know, you can learn a little something each day. But you don't have to do all the chapters in one day or in one sitting.
Right.
That's really overwhelming. And I know people are busy, so my recommendation is just to break it down into smaller pieces, and do a chapter or 2 a day. You can skip around if you'd like. So it's a lot of different topics. So whichever you're interested in, just start with that one.
Great, thank you.
So you can bounce around in this. You don't have to.
You can't, because not everything pertains to you. That's mine. Don't look at mine.
Oh, did you make notes? She made some notes
I'm
in there.
working in my workbook. Please don't look at my workbook.
Hey, I want to be part of your pursuit
Don't
of happiness.
look at my work.
You have to buy your own.
You have to buy your own. And we'll tell everybody how to get your very own copy. And I just want to say this. We have Denise obviously here in our studio audience. And those of you that watched last Tuesday, we had somebody in our studio audience. Just so you know, California is opening up slowly and carefully, and our business is no different. She came in with a mask. We were wearing masks. We got her set up. She's about 24 to...
I got my cool Fender mask.
She's about 24 to 30 feet away from us right now. So she has a mask on, or she had a mask when she came in. She has her mask right there. So we were masked until we got to our separate places. And today, when we're putting together our meal, Travis and I are going to wash up again. and put our masks back on because I do talk while I'm cooking. And even though your food cannot pick up COVID, of course, things that come out of your mouth can't.
Yeah,
so
the
we're gonna be very
FDA, the
careful.
Food and Drug Administration, said that there's no scientific proof that when you buy things at the grocery store, there's a possibility of picking up COVID on it. But just to be safe, like everyone, when you're bringing anything in from outside, you want to make sure to wash it off. And we're going to wash our hands while here preparing a meal for the lovely Denise.
Okay,
Cazares.
so Denise, you brought some points of conversation that you wanted to talk to us about.
Right, yes. So I normally work with kids, and kids love visuals. So I thought it would be cool to bring in some visuals on how to cope with the quarantine and the pandemic. I think it's been really stressful for so many people. So let's go ahead and start with the first visual. So the most important thing that you can do for yourself is to check in with yourself every day. So asking yourself, what do I need to feel better? So it's really important to listen to your mind and listen to your body as far as what you need. So people get in trouble when they don't listen to their body and their mind. So it's really important that that you're aware. It's to increase your self-awareness. So for instance, if you're tired and you want to just stay in your pajamas and have a movie night on Saturday, do that. So listen to your mind, listen to your body. If it's saying I'm tired, don't fight it. You know, just you know, be okay with it. Don't feel guilty.
What if you want a good cry? Because I feel like sometimes I just want to cry and I just hold it in all day, and then I feel even worse. Mm-hmm. Or did I jump to a point?
Well, we will cover that in this orange balloon.
All right.
So it's coming right now.
So how do you check in with yourself? Is it something you wait until you're feeling like you should, or do you just automatically get up and have a checklist?
I think it's good in these times that are very stressful to ask yourself every day, you know, what am I needing for today? You know, so just check in. How am I coping? Mm-hmm. Am I okay? What do I need more of? You know, do I need more connection with family or friends? Mm-hmm. Then that would clue me into, okay, maybe I'll make a phone call today. Maybe I'll text and check in with somebody.
Okay.
So it's just being really in tune with yourself. Okay?
So it doesn't mean check in with yourself to make sure you're happy.
Right. It's just kind of being aware, what am I feeling? Can I do anything to feel better in this moment? So actually something that we use for kids, or I use for kids all the time, is HALT. So whenever they're feeling out of balance, they halt. So they think to themselves, am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Or am I tired? So I think it's actually helpful for adults too.
Yeah.
Because I know that when I'm really grumpy, sometimes all I need is a nap or food. So that's just, you know, that's why it's so important to just kind of listen to yourself. Check in with yourself every day.
Good.
Okay?
Yeah.
Next thing is don't deny negative feelings associated with the pandemic or the quarantine. So if you want to cry, it's okay to cry. A lot of times people get into the habit of feeling uneasy with negative emotions. Mm-hmm. Negative emotions are okay. It's okay to feel angry, jealous, sad, stressed. So definitely, you know, being okay with those negative emotions. Okay.
What about somebody else's negative emotions? How are you okay with somebody else's negative emotions?
I think just being in tune with yourself and knowing, you know, can I support this person at this time? Okay. You know, if they need someone to talk to and you're already feeling kind of shaky, you know, it might not be a good time to connect. Hey, can I message you tomorrow? Can I call you tomorrow? So acknowledge the pressure and the stress. You're allowed to hate the pandemic. You're allowed to hate the quarantine. You don't have to love it. You don't have to be okay with it. It's just something that you're in. Let's see, what else? So, yeah, so just knowing with the news, it's okay to take a break. Something I added at the last minute. So it's okay to take breaks. So if you need a break from the news, take it. If you need a break from social media, disable your accounts for a few days. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I've done that. In fact, when we started this show again, I started using my Facebook account, but it's been 4 years. I just stopped using Facebook altogether because it was breaking my heart how mean people can get on there and just divisive and how much they can separate. Really, though, I was feeling a lot of angst when I would go there. Like I would scroll through and see what other people were doing, wasting a lot of time and energy there. And that's something that I did. And I will tell everyone, if you need to de-stress, one of the first things to do is get rid of some social media accounts, even if it's just for a week or a month.
Right. Yeah.
So it's okay to take breaks. Last but not least, I heard this today and I thought it was pretty cool. Emotions need motion. So
say that again.
Emotions need motion.
Emotions need motion.
So right now we have a lot of very high intense emotions. So a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of depression, a lot of panic. So it's a lot of pent up energy. So it's really good to find ways that get that released, right? So working out, staying busy, having a variety of things that you can do. So if I tell someone to journal every day, they're going to get bored after 2 or 3 days.
Right.
So it's all about finding variety. So cooking, working out, getting to activities that you haven't been able to get to, organizing photos, home projects, whatever it is to keep you busy, to keep you sane, to keep you occupied, and feel like you have some control over some things. Because there's a lot of things that we can't control right now, but there are some that we still can control. So last but not least, at the end I said, what 2 things do I want to accomplish today or tomorrow? So those are some questions that you can ask yourself, at the end of the day when you're going to bed. What do I want to accomplish tomorrow? What 2 things do I want to do? Can I look forward to doing? So just those are 3 small tips that you can use to get through the quarantine.
Wow. Thank you.
Those are fantastic.
They're really
you guys,
good, yeah.
Again, licensed marriage and family therapist and author. A few minutes ago, we were talking about disabling some of your social media, but I do want to let everyone know that they can find you on Instagram at the Pursuit of Happiness blog. It's the #1 Pursuit of Happiness Instagram
right there.
account that you need to go to. So please check her out on Instagram because
it's very uplifting.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't even know where you get some of this funny stuff that is just so laugh out loud funny. But it's a wonderful Instagram account to look at that just lifts your spirits. So, yeah.
Cool. So in the spirit of having you here to talk about some of these things, Debbie, what did you prepare for dinner tonight?
And so I was having it up to here with the cooking. I was done cooking. I was done shopping. I went out to my big freezer. I opened the door and I looked in there and there was this big family frozen eggplant. Oh! And I said to myself, Dorothy Spornak, that's what I call myself when I need a good scolding. Dorothy Spornak, that is exactly why you bought that eggplant, so that on a night when you didn't want to cook, you can throw that sucker in the oven, you can throw it in the microwave, you can whip up a salad or not, you can eat it right out of the tray. That's what you can do. So I encourage you to go to your freezer and see what you have in there. And if you don't, maybe your family says, hey, I want some Chinese food.
All right.
Oh, I changed my mind. I don't think I want Chinese. How about Italian? What? Italian, ready to go.
Why not?
You know what? But it's just me all by myself. I don't want anything fancy. Maybe just an all-American meal.
What is it?
Guess.
What is it?
What is it?
What is it, mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese.
There you go.
Yeah. Or even, oh my gosh, I'm really loading up on the carbs. I need to watch what I'm eating.
Why did you point at me?
No, get in the freezer,
Oh,
buddy.
I thought you were pointing at me.
Of course not.
Yeah. Lean cuisine. I think she's trying to tell me something.
All I'm saying is, stock your freezer from the freezer section in your market. One, there's no run on those products. In meats, you're getting a limit. Dairy, you're getting a limit. fresh foods, you're getting a limit, and they don't last long if you want to stay away from the stores 10 to 12 days. So go to the store and load up on this stuff, because there it is. It's right there. And a couple weeks ago, I reached out to audience members and I said, what do you want me to cook? What do you want? And Denise wrote in the comments, do you remember?
Chicken pot pie.
But what kind?
Minis.
The minis. I don't know why she likes the minis so much, but she goes, those little guys are awesome. So that's what I made. I made mini chicken pot pies, Denise, and you get to go home with a couple that are frozen.
Yes.
So what I did is I took care of myself before I wound up in a bad situation. And this is a funny story. I was in New York and I was doing a show called The Baggage Show.
The Baggage Show?
Yeah, the Hidden
Agenda?
Hidden Agenda. It was a game show.
On Game Show Network?
And on Game Show Network. And the wardrobe woman was, she was drinking a lot. I go, aren't you scared to drink so much? She goes, no, I'll be okay. And then she told me the next day, she said, oh my gosh, I drank so much. And then I woke up. And on the stool next to my bed was a glass of water and 2 aspirin. Oh my gosh. Drunk Jeannie took care of hungover Jeannie. And I thought that story was so funny. So before you get overwhelmed, when you're in a place where you're like, you know what? I feel like cooking today. Or like we say on the show all the time, you got 2 hands. Why not make 2 pots of chili, 2 pots of curry, 6 pot pies? Man, I was industrious. I made 13 pot pies. They're a little bit, was fun. But do that when you're feeling good, or you have a movie, or you're listening to some music, or you're doing meal prep on the weekend, and load your freezer. So all you have to do when it's time to eat is
pull it out and stick it in the oven.
Yeah.
So just so that you know, Debbie made these by hand, and if you look back on our YouTube page, on Instagram, or even on Facebook, 2 weeks ago, she walked through how to make your pot pie. So I like pot pie different than you do, but I'll tell you what, the pot pie recipe that she does and that you can watch the video is on there. It is fantastic. It's delicious. What am I doing?
We are going to make this now.
Okay.
We're going to put on masks for this part. I want to thank my friend Suzanne for this.
And my friend Jack's wife, Suzanne, for this. This one says Fender. Yours actually says the name of the show, Cooking with Debbie and Friends.
Cooking with Debbie and her friends. Because we're going to talk while we cook, and I want to be very careful. I read a lot about gloves. As long as you're washing your hands, you really don't need gloves. So,
okay. It's hard to hear you, though.
That's why you're going to talk. So stand over there and you talk.
Okay. So I won't wear the mask, and I will, she's got, this is some lovely spinach salad in a giant bowl. If you don't have one of these giant bowls, you must get yourself one of these giant bowls, because we make everything in here. We serve popcorn, we toss salads in here, all kinds of fancy other stuff, just to kind of get it ready. Oh, she's got some delicious sweet strawberries there for you to throw in. Big chunks of strawberries. You like strawberries in your salad?
I love them.
Okay. What was that you just threw in there? I didn't see. Oh, more strawberries. And pecans. Delicious pecans.
And with your pecans or any nut, if you toast it for a minute or 2 in a frying pan, it gets even nuttier.
Oh, that sounds good. So do you put some butter on it? Okay, so pecans are going in. This is looking better. We've got some guests as well. What do you have there? Feta cheese? Feta cheese. Okay. Hortensia, love the topic. Robert Snow, looking good, guys. No, you're looking good. Such great info. Thank you from Suzanne, our friend. Monica, so helpful. Denise, Joe Cazares is giving some, Joe Casas giving some thumbs up. Jennifer Sandoval, that's salt and pepper she's throwing in there. Jennifer Sandoval, thank you for the good advice, Denise. Joe Casas says chicken pot pies, yay. I think he's expecting some now that Joe lives up the street from us. So you're going to toss this a little bit with what kind of dressing do you have there? Okay, olive oil. 1 tablespoon. This is turned into a mime show. This is that white balsamic vinaigrette, which is a lighter vinaigrette than the normal darker one. This is actually pretty wonderful in a salad as well. 2 tablespoons of that. Okay, and she's mixing it in a little bowl. Let's see, who else replies? Paul Ramirez, hi Debbie, always love you, remember you for my grandparents' 50th anniversary. Thank goodness for notifications. Okay, Travis reads minds. Well, I've been with Debbie for 26 years. If that were true, I wouldn't have been in trouble here and there. But nice to be able to sometimes, maybe. I should have just agreed with you. Yes, I read her mind. What? A little bit more olive oil. Okay. How are you feeling over there, Denise?
Good.
Can you smell the pot pie coming through?
I can.
This pot pie smells really good. It's homemade pot pie, but she makes them in the tiny tins. And I think she got them from Amazon. She gets a lot of her little packaging and stuff from Amazon, which makes it easy to gift neighbors and friends and lovely marriage and family therapists. I'm going to throw that up there one more time. Denise Cazares, licensed marriage and family therapist and author. And now in goes the feta cheese. This is a really good salad, you guys. And like we were saying on Tuesday, Debbie bulks up on the salad stuff and really throws some extra stuff in there to kind of fill up, because she doesn't always do the bigger portions of pot pies or pasta or things that have a lot of carbs in it. So if you want to try to cut some of the carbs out but still get nice and full during a meal, throw some feta cheese and some strawberries. And my mouth is watering because this salad looks good, it smells good, and these pot pies coming out of the oven are just filling up the house with delicious smells. So do you want to show that camera? Let's just cut to that camera there. When you're ready. Oh, okay. Let's go solo on that camera. Put it, yeah, okay. Here, we'll go back to this one. Okay, so Debbie is going to cut this and then just flip it onto the plate. Go ahead and stick it on there, baby. Oh, look at it steaming. You want 1 or 2?
2.
Yes, 2. They're small. Why not? Who cares? Who cares? There's Denise again. Okay. Here. You want me to help you? Move out of there. Come on. All right, you take yours off now. I'm done talking.
Okay.
I've used up all my words.
Did you have one more graphic, Denise?
Yes, I did.
Did Travis just burn himself? Did Travis just burn himself? It's not an episode if Travis doesn't burn himself.
I didn't notice.
Okay.
So, do we have time?
Yes.
Okay. Well, reframing, really important during this time. The way we think about things and talk about things is important. So, just a few reframes you can do. So, instead of saying, I am stuck inside, you can say to yourself, I can finally focus on my home and myself. Mm-hmm. Think of it as an opportunity to organize, to do tasks, like I said, home improvement, cook, journal, exercise, all that. Here's an important one. So a lot of times people are saying to themselves, I'm all alone. That's something I hear a lot of clients saying. So instead of that, you want to say, I feel lonely because I'm not able to see my family and friends, and they still love and care about me, even though I can't see them right now. So another reframe, there are a lot of things I can't do. So what you can do instead is just think to yourself, what can I do? What can I control? Mm-hmm. What can I choose to do today? Mm-hmm. So you don't have a lot of options right now, but you do have some. So instead of focusing on what we can't do, I can't go to the mall, I can't go to the movies, any of that, what can I do right now? Okay, so that's it.
Thank you very much. Those are really, really helpful. Those are really, really helpful to me, and I'm telling you, your blog helps me a lot. Your blog helps me a lot because sometimes it's just a cute picture a meaningful comment, a wonderful quote, and it's just like this bite size for me to go ahead and I can do my day. And then just talking to you one time, you said, it's okay. It's okay. This was sudden. And I carry that in my mind, that it was sudden. Mm-hmm. It was a very sudden situation that overcame all of us at the same time. And we lost a lot. And I think that's important for us just to acknowledge it. And you're one of the first people that I ran into as far as a therapist that said, that's okay. That's perfectly okay. We're bringing you the food. We're going to put it on a tray. Suzanne said that Jack's favorite is pot pies. The upside down pot pie. If you have littles at home,
Thank you.
If you have littles, serve them in this little teeny tiny thing. They would love it. And then there's no dishes to wash. But I turned it upside down so that the steam could come out. But you know, your littles probably don't care. So go ahead and try it.
I can start.
Let us know.
Let us know how is it delicious? It smells delicious.
Let us know. And Travis was right. I do make the... What are you eating first?
Pot pie.
Describe it. It's pot pie.
Better than Marie Callender's.
Really? Oh, good.
So good. Thank you.
Good. Now, for my pot pie, my recipe's out there. I roasted a chicken myself, because me and a chicken, you know? Me and a chicken, girl. And so I try to roast a chicken once a week. It's the easiest thing in the world to do, and then you've got chicken for the rest of the week. So what I did is I boned the chicken after it was done, shredded it, and made these little pot pies, and I used a roll-out pie crust. I did not make my own pie crust, because what I always say in the show, I'm not a hero.
She's not a hero. That's what she says.
Yeah. So, Denise, while you're eating that...
Did you tell everyone about your cute little apron?
It's my cute little apron. I love my little aprons.
So cute.
We're gonna tell about Denise's ebook again, and it's available at Amazon for $9.99. And there was a one of our followers who she knows who she is. She wrote saying that this show gives her great comfort because her husband passed away recently, and she says this show is very meaningful to her, and she knows who she is, and I know who you are. And Travis and I would like to gift you this book. So go and message me in Facebook Messenger.
Actually, I'll tell you what we'd like for you to do is send us an email. I think I have it on here. It looks like I don't. Do a direct message on one of the either Facebook or on Instagram with your address, because we want to make sure that you get one of these books. For everyone else that would like to pick up this workbook for adults, just write down in the description of this video, whether it's posted on Facebook or YouTube, there's a link to Amazon. Please click that. Support Denise with this book. Not only will you be supporting a licensed marriage and family therapist who is starting her career out, but you're going to empower yourself with a lot of really great tools. I'm not allowed to go through this, apparently. There are some notes in here that...
because it's a workbook.
Well, and you did highlight some of this stuff.
It's in your work. It's a workbook, and you can kind of take it as it comes. And sometimes there's something that doesn't... Like, there's a lot of different symptoms of depression and anxiety. You don't have them all. You may not have them all. So I would skip over the ones that I didn't have and address the ones that I did. So...
and this is the kind of stuff that when you read this, you can start applying this stuff right away, right, Denise?
Right, yes.
All the tools that you get. And for a couple like us, for a while there, we were quarantined together, and it was like a honeymoon at first. It was amazing. Well, I was off work, and we were just doing all this creative stuff. We were walking every day, and then after a few weeks, the depression set in, and the reality of the situation set in, and then it got to be like an alien world outside. That kind of set in on us too, and then we turned to each other. We only had each other. So these kind of tools really help. You're doing amazing work,
yes,
Denise.
You are, Denise.
We really appreciate you coming on to the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, and you know, we talk about our frontliners. We talk about doctors, nurses. We had Pilar Townsend here last Tuesday, and she's a cashier. She's in the front line, But you forget about, the therapists, and that their workload has really increased. They're seeing numbers like they never have. Did you burn
really hot.
yourself? Why? Denise, every
It was
episode.
hot though, right?
Every
is hot.
episode.
But it's delicious. So look for her again on Instagram. There's her Instagram handle.
Hot.
Yeah, I told you. Also, while you're there, check us out at Cooking with Debbie. We post the episodes there. We do a lot of bonus content. We do shout outs to other people there. So check out that. And as you know, we're on YouTube, Mommy Comic. We're on Facebook.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
check us out on these social
We're everywhere.
platforms. Subscribe at YouTube for us, please, because we want to try to continue to grow this show. And with your help, as we continue to make these episodes and hopefully do good things in the world, we'll be able to continue to do the show. So,
You can keep eating, Denise.
you said we have dessert?
We have dessert.
Oh my God.
So,
Look at that.
these are paletas, or in English, that's popsicle. But I think popsicle is a name brand. But we all know what we're talking about. Which camera do I go to, Lovey?
Well, you can do it. Put it right where that, if you can see it in the screen there, you'll be able to see it.
So all
Just
this
put
is
those
is a popsicle mold. I also had some fun with lemons. A friend of ours in the neighborhood left. She left probably 30 lemons at my door and then rang the bell and ran away.
Yeah.
But thank you, Clifta. And so I juiced these lemons, and I was able to make a frozen lemonade for me using monk fruit, which is a sugar that doesn't that sweetens, but an artificial sugar that sweetens but doesn't raise your blood glucose level. So I made some lemonade, some strawberry lemonade. These are different. Oh, you did it!
Oh, look at that.
There's 3 ingredients there. You want to give it a try and
Yeah,
see if
I
you
do.
can taste it? All this is natural fruit. There's no water. There's no, there's a little bit of a juice.
There's watermelon and there's some lemon on this one.
Not lemon,
Lime?
lime.
This is all natural?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
There's another fruit.
I can't figure it out.
Strawberry.
Yes, it is. Now that you said that.
So all this is in your blender. I took watermelon, fresh watermelon, because watermelons are on sale right now. The little teeny ones, 2 for $5. Such a deal. Remember, come here. I'll tell you where to save some money. Watermelons are really cheap right now, 2 for $5. Yeah, the way to pick a good one is it sounds like a basketball. I don't know. I've never played basketball.
Yeah. This doesn't taste like a healthy treat. This tastes like something that you would have to look at the package and say, I'm going to have to walk an extra lap tonight. This is really sweet and delicious.
A lot of fiber, so be careful. Don't eat a bunch of them. And I got these on Amazon, but the frozen lemonades I made with it just in a little plastic cup. You know, like your mom used to make when you were little, just a plastic cup with a craft spoon.
And then you get a spoon and just dig it out of there.
Yeah. So I am experimenting with paletas. So go buy your mold and get ready because we're going to do them. And both of my daughters actually love mango with chili.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that,
tahini.
Denise?
Yes.
Tahini? And chamoy. Have you heard of chamoy?
No. What is that?
I don't know. It's some kind of like really hot sauce. So I'm learning how to do those. So I'm also sending out on Instagram a list of items because somebody said, hey, I'd like to cook alongside of you. So I'm sending out items and substitutions, and we're going to be playing with paletas and look for the dessert ingredients. It's basically any fresh fruit and some coconut milk. Who are you laughing at?
Robert Snow, my good friend Barb Snay, says that you need a Travis Burns himself countdown clock in the corner.
Every episode, right, Bob? Every freaking episode, he burns himself. What's wrong with you?
I don't intend to burn myself. I actually do try to use
This is a damn good
the
pot pie.
holders. Thanks
I've
for
got-
putting me on blast, Bob. And,
I've got Denise. I've got some frozen for you outside.
Debbie Ferguson for agreeing with him on those countdown clocks.
When you do your frozen pot pies, you don't slit them or anything while they're frozen, because then you can get like, it's just not a very good move to make. So Denise, you take out your little pot pie, you'll let it thaw maybe 5 minutes, enough so that you can make a little slit with a knife to let the steam come out. You can, I glaze it with an egg white and a little kosher salt on the top, and they are a long bake. It is a long bake. It is like 45-minute bake.
Well, for how many you had on there? I think
So
it was
good.
like
Yeah.
6 of them on the platter.
So before we go, what's the matter?
Also, Audrey wants to know, are you going to post a recipe on the popsicles?
Audrey, I'm going to be playing with this all next week. So whatever fruit you find on sale, grab it. Watermelon is good. Strawberries are good. Audrey, don't forget, go down the frozen food aisle, because that can live in your freezer for a good long time. Frozen pineapple, frozen mango, frozen strawberries, blueberries. This popsicle is kind of like the soup of, you know, when you make a good soup and you just take everything out of your fridge. I got one carrot, I got a zucchini, right? So this is great for fruit. Lemons, strawberries, lime. This has lime zest in it. So if you look carefully, you can see colors of the lime zest in there. So it just adds another taste. So yeah, we're gonna have fun with Palette.
So next week we'll be doing it, but can we also post it on our Instagram? Can we post it right here?
Yeah,
Cooking
I'll post what I did tonight with this. We wanted to do a taste test first.
Yes.
So
Okay.
all right, and in our studio audience, we always have a lucky winner in the studio audience. We don't know who it is, but a lucky winner in the studio audience. All they have to do is look behind them, and if behind them in their chair there is a prize, guess what? That means you won.
Like on Oprah when she had the number underneath.
Yeah, but but we have people sitting on an orange couch that's low to the ground, so we can't put the number underneath. So if everybody in the studio audience
All
would look behind them and see who's the lucky winner today.
Wait, where is it?
it's
Look
actually
behind your chair.
behind you. Behind, there you go. Oh,
You
she's
won!
the winner.
Yay! What'd you win?
Oh my god, I need this so bad.
Toilet paper!
Very nice. Oh, 2 rolls of toilet paper.
2 rolls of toilet paper.
Perfect for the pandemic.
A mask, sanitizer.
Yes.
Thank you.
The sanitizer's glittery too.
Ooh.
It's like you were sanitized by a fairy. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we want to say thank you so much to Denise for making time in her very busy day, because those of you that have a friend or someone in the family that's a therapist, you don't even see the paperwork that has to be done. So these are really hardworking people taking care of your mental health, and they are, you know, in such a demand right now. We want to thank her from the bottom of our heart for coming in. Don't forget her ebook and her blog. We'll have all that right here in this show, in the show notes. And not just the person that I talked to, but if you're feeling like you could really use this book and maybe you're strapped for cash, give us a call, give us a direct message us, and we will get a book to you. Okay? Because we think it's important. You want me to get you one since I don't let you look at mine?
No, I'm going to look at yours.
Oh! So again, thank you to Denise Cazares. That was chicken pot pie, the mini ones, because she likes the little guys. Spinach salad, all it was fresh spinach that was washed, strawberries that were also hulled and washed, feta cheese, toasted pecans, olive oil, and some balsamic vinegar, the white kind, and the popsicles that were watermelon, strawberry, frozen strawberries, and the juice of 1 lime and the zest of it. All right? That's what's for dinner. We'll see you next Tuesday. You ready, babe?